Okay, hello everyone, and welcome to your first online English lesson. This particular lesson is meant for the fourth and third graders, and so I hope you're all doing well. This is going to be your first class. This is strange. It's strange for everyone, and I want to hope that things get better. But as it stands now, this is how we're going to be having our lessons, and so let's try and all get used to it. So, like I said, this lesson is meant for those in the fourth and the third grade. So, when you guys were, on school premises and were having your English lessons, you do grammar, comprehension, composition, at least for the third and fourth grade. When you get to the fifth grade, you start doing literature and the other divisions that are added. But for now, we're going to start. We're not going to do only that, but we're going to start with vocabulary. Most of you do not read very often, and so we're deciding that with such lessons, we're going to start with vocabulary. Vocabulary is basically what helps you build words, be able to understand how words are used and how to apply them in sentences, how to understand them when you read books and magazines and newspapers and stuff like that. So that's basically what we're going to start these lessons with, your vocabulary, because we do have a problem when it comes to that. Most of you do not read very much, and so while you're at home, please do not just sit at home and just concern yourself with what you feel like you want to be concerned with. Try and read. Whenever there's some old newspaper or some magazine or whatever is lying around, just try and pick it up and read. However, let's just jump straight to this lesson. So like I said, this is going to be on vocabulary building. Now, this first lesson, we're going to, I hope you all can see me very well. I'm not very sure how the camera works. Okay, so for this very first lesson, we're going to take 3 words. All right, 3 words, 3-letter words, and there are 3. Stay with me. 3-letter words, and there are 3 for this first lesson. Now, these 3-letter words I've picked are special 3-letter words. They are normally the ends of many words that you've seen, and when we take the ends and we try and understand how they are used, it will really help you understanding when you are reading stuff and you get confused with a word that maybe blows you away because you've never heard it before and stuff like that. So that is what we're going to start this first lesson with, and so let's just jump straight into it. Sorry, just scroll up. All right, so this is our set of words, and these are the words we're going to take a look at. ASK. Sorry, I'm having a little problem with my mouse. Forgive me. So let me bold it so you can all see. ASK, AST. Let me make that bold, and then and then ASS. Please don't laugh, I beg you. ASS. All right, so these are the words. It's a bit smaller, excuse me. Let me just try and make that a little bigger for you all. That should not be. Oh, it's reducing. Okay, never mind. I'm sure you can all see ASK. Let me try and rewrite it. Still small, okay, but it's ASK, believe me. All right, so these are the first words we're going to take a look at. Let's just jump straight into it. So we're going to start with ASK first, and then we'll move on to AST, and then move on to ASS. So as you can see, I've typed the 3 words that carry these 3 letters at the end of these words. So if we start with ASK, we have ask in itself, the word ask. Then we have mask and we have flask. So let's jump straight into how they are used. Sorry, it's a stop on us fly. Oh, hello, people visiting my sets. All right, so this. All right, so the first word we're going to take a look at is ask. All right, we're going to have a definition, and then we're going to take a sentence that's going to help us understand how it's used. All right, so I'm sorry, you have to go, forgive me. I'm sorry, forgive me. Monica. No, I can't. All right, you're gonna have to forgive me. Forgive me for that. Okay, so back to where we were. All right, so ask. To ask is to put a question to. The best way this word can be best explained, but I'm sure you've all used this word before, but let's get the meaning. So if you're supposed to explain it to somebody, you can be able to get a pretty good definition, and it's just a very simple definition. To ask is to put a question to, and we have a great sentence here. He asked me if I had any money. Now let me use this moment to chip in something. When in English, there's a section of English called phonics. I'm sure you've all heard it before. Phonics is where we study the deep pronunciation of words, to follow the correct pronunciation of words, and understand the roots and how they apply words from certain languages. It's a very deep area of English language, and we will do some lessons on that. I know this is not a phonics class, but I want to put something across sharp before we even move on. This word ask is pronounced ask, not ax. Please, I'm pleading with all of you. You always mess up that pronunciation. The word is ask. If we were to take a away from sk, all right, and have a word like skate, skate, all right, the way you pronounce skate, you get it, skate. So I don't understand why anytime we put a before the sk, you all just go ax. Please, the word is not ax, it is ask. Now let's make a correction and move on. All right, let's move on to, sorry about that, let's move on to the next word. Now we have mask. Now this is a word I'm sure you've all heard, God knows how many times, given this coronavirus situation we all are in. All right, you've heard mask, even jokes about it and stuff like that. The word is mask. All right, now a mask is a covering that hides all or part of the face. It's not just I don't know how to put this even. It shouldn't just be coronavirus that should make you know that we have masks. Sometimes we wear decorative masks, like on parties. People have party masks that they wear and stuff like that. So please, those of you who think masks didn't exist until COVID-19, please, sorry, I have to bust your Bible a little bit. But yes, a mask is basically a covering that hides all or part of the face. Basically, if those who work in septic tanks and sewage companies and stuff, like people, companies that clear waste and stuff like that, you see that they wear nose masks to prevent covering their noses so that they don't have to inhale all the smells and stuff like that. So a mask is basically a covering that hides all or part of the face. That's it. So our sentence here is, Bill wore a monster mask to school today. Let me remind you midway this lesson that if there's something you do not understand at any point, pause the video, or no, don't pause the video, keep watching, write your little question down, and then when you're done watching the video, comment down. All right, move to the comment section and then type your question. I will immediately respond. All right, if you don't want to do that, you can always send us a mail, because everybody who's watching this video at this time, will have an email, and so you can send me a mail, send Michelle Modik a mail, anything. All right, so let's move on. Now let's move on to the next word, flask. A flask is a round bottle with a narrow neck. A flask is a round bottle with a narrow neck. Now anything that's not narrow is wide. All right, something that is narrow, it occupies a little space. Something that is wide occupies a lot of space. So bottles that have narrow necks and are round are called flasks. So this word is flask. Now I want us to notice the pattern here. We've been looking, this word here is ask, then we have mask, then we have flask, all ending with ask. Very important. Notice the pattern. You understand why I'm emphasizing on the ends of these words. So the the doctor poured the acid into a flask. A flask is a round bottle with a narrow neck. All right, please watch everything that is going on. If you don't understand anything, again, please don't hide or hesitate to type it down in the comments and I'll be more than happy to answer you. Let's move on. Next word we have, okay, so we're done with ASK, all the words that end with ASK. We have flask, mask, and ask. Now this is a vocabulary lesson, that's why I've not gotten into any grammar. All you need to do is know the meaning of the word, understand how it is used in any sentence, try a sentence of your own, and notice the pattern. All the words end with ASK: ask, mask, and flask. Now let's move on to the next set. So the next set we had here was AST. Oh, sorry. Okay, I was trying to make this. There we go. Okay, so we have the next set is AST. So we have cast, we have fast, we have last, and we have past. Cast, fast, last, past. Don't try saying that fast. God only knows what you end up saying. Cast, fast, last, past. Cast. Okay, that's enough. Sorry. So let's move on. AST. So let's deal with the first word we have under the AST column. We have cast. To cast something is to throw. Sorry, where's my cursor? Yes, to cast something is to throw or fling. To throw or fling. I would be more than happy to help you out with this word, but I'm going to make it bold, and then we'll treat it next time we have a lesson. Next time we have a lesson, we'll treat it, all the words that are complicated or anything, like I said. So you can always put down in the comment section if you didn't understand anything. That's why I said you also need a dictionary during this lesson. But getting to the end, I'll show you an online dictionary I found, which is great for you guys. It's called Wordsmith. I think it's called Wordsmith. And so I'll check. I'll show you getting to the end of the video. But for now, let's just make this word bold. But to cast something is to throw or to fling it. All right. So we have a sentence here. The princess cast the ball into the pool. Now, I know it's not important, but let me try and help you understand this sentence a bit more, because that's an interesting backstory. So this sentence is the princess cast the ball into the pool. Now, if any of you know the story of, I don't know which story it is, but it's a Disney story, one of these fairy tales. The Princess and the Frog. Right, the Princess and Frog. Now there are so many versions of that story, but there's one version of the story about the princess having this lovely golden ball she used to play with all the time. You read storybooks, so you should know what I'm talking about. And one time she's playing with the ball, and she always throws it and catches it, throws it and catches it, and then this time when she throws it falls into a pool, and then that's when the frog gets it for her, and the frog demands that, well, whatever, you all know the story, go and find out, I'm not the one going to tell you. But that's the backstory. That's how come I got this sentence. The princess cast the ball into the pool. To cast something is to throw it or to fling it in a sharp manner. All right, so by now most of you probably will be getting the meaning of the word fling. Fling is a synonym for throw. To throw something, to fling something. All right, so to cast something is to throw or to fling it. All right, let's move on to the next word we have here. We have last. Now last means coming after, or a mistake here, or finishing behind all others. Coming after or finishing behind all others, also known as last below. Okay, so last is coming after or finishing behind all the others. Now this, you need to understand with this lesson the importance of sentences. Sometimes you don't understand the word, even when you have the dictionary definition, you don't understand it until someone uses it in a sentence. Then you can realize, oh, okay, this is what it means, and then you can use your own sentence, and then it becomes part of your speech, it becomes part of your vocabulary, it becomes something you can also say to somebody. All right, so this sentence, lovely one. Peter was last in the science test today. All right, when you guys I don't know, you sometimes when you write tests or exams and stuff like that, you laugh at whoever is last and stuff like that. To be last in something is to finish behind everybody else, to literally be at the bottom. All right, so Peter was last in the science test today virtually means sorry but probably we're looking, the sentence is probably giving us a vision of maybe a classroom. They all had a science test and somebody called Peter was last, didn't study. All right, so let's move on to the next word. We have past. Again, notice the pattern. We have the word cast here, then we have last, then we have past, just like ask, mask, flask. So a pattern, all right, to follow it. So next word we have here is past. Past is gone by in time or ended. For something to be past, it has ended. For something to be past, it has happened back in time. So when we say past, if you say something is past, it's gone back in time, or it's ended, it's over. That's it. So the excitement of the excursion is past. Let me remind you one time when you guys had this excursion, and all of you were, Jesus Christ, everybody was happy, jumping, discussing the excursion, and then the moment you guys all went and came back, excursion is over. No, I don't think I've heard anyone discuss it. So this sentence is basically probably about that. All right, the excitement of the excursion is past. Excursion is ended, is gone. The excitement of it is gone. It's gone by in time, and it's over. It's ended. When we say something is past, that's what it means. All right, very simple. So we're done with all the words that end with AST. We had fast. Oh no, we didn't have fast. Sorry, we had cast. Sorry, last, past. Now I'm moving on to ASS. I'm sorry, but ASS. All right, but that's what we had to go by. So we have we have pass. All right, the first one we're going to look at is pass. Sorry, it's gone down. I need it to come up. Sorry. Good. We're at pass now. So pass, to go past or to move beyond. To go past or to move beyond. To go past something, to go past something is to pass it. Let me say that again so you understand what I'm saying. To go past something is to pass it. To go past something is to pass it. If you were walking and maybe you went past maybe a little kiosk. Let's just use that as an example. You've passed the little kiosk. You've gone by it. To go past something is to pass it. To move beyond. So you are ahead and that thing is probably at the back. You've passed it. So the sentence we have here is the red car. Sorry, Marquesa. The red car passed the blue one. That's our sentence. Very simple. So imagine probably like a car race or something like that. You play games. Don't lie like you don't. So imagine like a car race or sports car race or something like that. A red car passes a blue one. That means the blue car is behind, the red car is ahead. It's gone past it. To move past something, to move past something is to pass it. It's that simple. All right, let's move on. So next word into ASS, we have class. A group of students who meet together to learn in school. A group of students who meet together to learn in school. Now, let me state here at this point that most of these words that I've taken have different definitions, but we've intentionally decided to pick these definitions because the word class, they are over in any standard dictionary. You'll find about 6 definitions or 5 definitions. There are different meanings to that word class. All right, but I've just decided to pick this particular one just so that we can relate it to what we are doing here and you can understand it very, very simply. Very simple, definition. So class, a group of students who meet together to learn in school. I don't think I need to explain this even further. You are you're all in classes. You all have classmates. You have a classroom. As all the students in the room, you are the class. All right, so there could just be an empty room, but there's a class that makes a classroom. So the people or the pupils, that's in you yourselves, you the students, are the class. So the meaning of class is a group of students who meet together to learn in school. Just like you guys, you come to school, you meet each other, you enter a classroom, and the classroom, you go for lunch, whatever it is. So you, as the people in the room, are the class, the pupils. So another name for students are pupils. Let me put that over here. Pupils. Let me just add that over here. So another name for students, you have pupils, as in students. So pupils. Another word for students is pupils. So like I said, get it straight. A class is not the room. The room itself is a classroom. You, the individuals, the students, the pupils, you are the class. So when we say class, we are referring to the pupils or the students. We're not referring to the room, we're referring to the pupils. So the meaning of class is a group of students or pupils who meet together to learn in school. Let's take our sentence. I wonder if, I don't know if you can see the cursor, but let's move on. Everyone in that class took a history test. Sorry, my mouse is fooling. Sorry about that. Everyone in that class took a history test. Very simple sentence we have here. All right. Please understand the difference. The class is not the room. Most of the time, it gets confused. People confuse it all the time. They refer to like the room as the class. No, the pupils are the class. The students are the class. All right. So everyone in that class took a history test. Very simple sentence. Very simple sentence. Like you guys take tests in class. Very simple. All right. So let's move on. We have glass. Glass. Now glass is a hard, clear material that breaks easily. Glass is used to make a lot of things. We have glass. Okay, so let me just take the sentence over here. Glass is used to make windows and doors. That's our sentence. You all know glass is used to make doors, windows, bottles, plates, cups. So glass is any hard, clear material that breaks easily. You all know glass. All right, let's move on. Now we have grass. Grass. Those who have problem with R and L, very careful. Don't go and say, oh, why have you broken the grass? No, why have you broken the grass? Very bad. Don't say that. Distinguish between the two. Glass is the material that breaks easily, and then we have grass. Now let's take our definition. Grass is green plants with narrow pointed leaves. Green plants with narrow pointed leaves. Like I said earlier, let me go back because I know some of you probably might have gotten. Let's go back to narrow. Narrow is right here. Sorry, like I said, my mouse is fooling. Narrow. Anything that is not wide is narrow. So green plants with narrow pointed leaves. Grass. Very simple. Now the leaves, if you want to distinguish, other plants, there are plenty plants in your school. I'm sitting behind some. That's over here. Sorry, but if you want to distinguish between normal plants and then grass occupies a lot of space, but the leaves are very narrow. They very pointed, narrow, very they take little space. So that's the difference between grass and then probably plant or fruit or whatever, basically stuff like that. So green plants with narrow pointed leaves is grass. Now let's take our sentence. Please do not walk on the grass. Please do not walk on the grass. All right, so very simple sentence here. Like I said, I'll keep reminding you, there's anything you do not understand, do not feel shy to type it down in the comments and let me reply. Let's hear what you think. Let's hear what you don't understand, what you understood, what you've learned, what you've whatever it is. Type it down there and let's talk. If you don't, if you are having difficulty, ask anyone at home to help you, whatever it is, or ask your parents to communicate to any of us and we'll help you. Please do not just sit and watch the video like it's a Mark Angel comedy or something like that. No, this is a learning experience. So as you're watching, understand. If you don't get it, never feel shy to ask any of us to help you. All right, so let's move on. Now we've done all these words. I just want us to do just a quick recap. So all the words we've done under ASK, we've done AST, we've done ASS, we've done all these words in their definitions, and we've looked at a couple of sentences. Now I have a couple of tests for you. Yep, I do. Now it's not going to be like a test in class, but just like homework, when we give you homework here, is the only way we can know that when you were done with the class or with the lesson and you've sat down to probably chill for a while, you can still be able to refer, or you can be able to tell somebody what you've understood from the lesson. That's the only way I can get you guys to some activity. All right, so let's go. This is going to be a really quick one. So our first test is identify the odd word out. Now I have 3 questions over here. Number 1, number 2, number 3. All right, so question 1, we have ask, mask, sorry, I don't know that my cursor is moving. Mask, past, flask, and task. Ask, mask, past, flask, and oh sorry, I just want so I can see the words for themselves. Ask, mask, past, flask, and task. All you have to do is identify the odd word out. When something is odd, it is different. Another meaning for odd is different. All right, so all these words are similar, but one is different, and I want you to identify that word for me. Now you're not going to say it, hey, I've seen the word. No, I want you to type it down. All right, I'm going to give you work. Type it down. All right, so just type it down regularly, like test 1, and then type the odd word from question 1 over here. The same thing we're going to do with question 2. We have last, sorry, let me push that. Okay, so we have last, fast, class, vast, and blast. All right, all these words are similar, but one is odd, and so you're going to spot that odd word out. Another word for odd is different. All right, so go through all these words. I have 5 words over here. All you have to do is spot the word that is odd, spot it out, and then type it down there. Type it. All right, type. You can all type. Spot that word. Just type that word for me. That's all I want. Now let's move on to 3. We have pass, class, grass, glass, and mask. All right, so let's move on. So I'm moving on to our second test. I have just a quick test right here, and so just like the first one, you're going to answer it down in the comments. All you have to do, if you all have emails, or at least you all will have emails by the time this is uploaded, so all you have to do is go down in the comments and then type your answers down in the comment section. All right, so let's look at this test. Now there are blanks. I've drawn these little blanks over here. That is meant for you to look at all these clues and then answer them in the blanks. So I'm going to do the first and the second, but you're going to have to do the rest of the 6 on your own, and to watch very carefully and try and follow, because this is really easy. I'm sure you can all get it. All right, so the first one is a container for liquids. Now anything could be a container for liquids, but we're dealing with words that end with ask, ast, and ass. That's all we've been doing all this time. So a container for liquids, last time I checked, is a flask, because we did that up there. I'm going to go back so you can all see that we did that. That's right here. A flask, a round bottle with a narrow neck, right? So a container for liquids is a flask. So let me just say over here that every answer that you give has to end with either ask, ast, or ass. All right, it's that simple. Because that's all we've been doing all the time. So let's move on to the next one. On the face, that's the clue we have, and you have to complete this right here with the answer that best explains the clue. The clue here is one on the face. A lot of things are one on the face. Glasses are one on the face, but we're dealing with words that end with ask. Now all that time we're doing the definitions, we did a word that was mask, a covering that hides all or part of the face. So last time I checked, something that is one on the face that into ask is a mask. So let's complete that. We have mask. It's that simple. I'm sure you can all do this. So right now we have 6 clues left, and that's going to be left to you to do them. So we have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You're going to do them in the comment section. This test is compulsory. It's very simple, but it's compulsory, so you all have to do it. As long as you're watching this video and you're in the 3rd and 4th grade, you have to go down the comment section and type your answer. Just take your time and go through the video. Like I said, this is a video. You can go back if you didn't hear something, go back and listen and make sure you've gotten the answer. All you have to do is just go down the comment section and type it. It's that simple. All right, now we've spent a lot of time. We're going to do a grammar section, but I'm not going to add that now. I think we've had quite enough of these words for now. All you have to do is do my test for me. Very important. As for the test day, please do my test for me. All you have to do is go down the comment section and finish the test. If you do not understand anything, type it down in the comments or go back and watch the video. Take your time. You can even slow it down and make sure you've understood everything that has been said. All right, this is a very quick and understandable vocabulary lesson, so I won't take too much of your time. Go through the video, get my test down in the comment section, and I'll see you next time. Stay safe, eat well, relax, and I'll see you next time. All right, bye.